Hey everyone, welcome back. Okay, I'm willing to admit that today's recipe might be a bad idea, or it might be a great idea. All I know is I saw this on TikTok and my mouth literally started to water. It reminded me of the grilled cheese sandwich and tomato soup that my mom would make for us sometimes for lunch. And I suspect that most of you, especially in North America, have either had grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup, especially Campbell's tomato soup, for lunch or snacks, or you've made it for your kids. So, is this healthy? Absolutely not. Am I still going to make it? Absolutely. Why? Because I'm hungry. I'm always hungry when I decide on what recipe I'm going to make, which is probably a bad idea, but I also probably shouldn't scroll food TikTok when I'm hungry. But I do. So today's recipe is, they didn't have a name. I'm going to link the original video, the TikTok down below, and the creator name. But the recipe didn't have a name, so I'm going to call it grilled cheese sandwich and tomato soup lasagna. And we're going to make it today, and we're going to see what it tastes like. Here's what we're going to need for today's recipe, and I am using air quotes around that. White bread. I guess you could use whatever kind you want, but I'm just going to use plain old white bread that I would have loved as a kid in my grilled cheese sandwiches. Some cheese slices. These Daiya cheese slices are the closest thing I have been able to find to the Kraft singles. They melt well, they taste delicious. That's what I'm going to use for the topping. I'm going to use this 4 cheese blend from Daiya as well. The cutting board shreds are really good. Some margarine, vegan basil, and then I'm not sure how much soup I'm going to need, and in the interests of trying to fancy things up, this tomato with basil and oregano soup from Campbell's is what I'm going to start with. If I need a little bit more, I'll use the plain. This happens to be accidentally vegan, so that makes life much easier for us. That's all we're going to need, along with a casserole dish. So let's get started. All right, as usual, the full recipe will be down in the show notes. So I love the food side of TikTok because it's a great place to get inspiration, and I'm always curious to see if I can veganize some of the recipes. When I saw this, my first thought was, that's ridiculous. My second thought was, that looks good. And so that's what I'm going to make. The first thing I'm going to do, the first thing I did was toast up actually 8 slices of bread to make 4 sandwiches. But it will depend on the size of your casserole dish. The dish that they used in the video was more of a loaf style dish, and it fit 6 sandwiches. I don't think I need to go that far. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to butter this, because we don't want things sticking, and you always butter the outside of your grilled cheese sandwiches anyways. I would love to know how many of you guys share that experience and that fond memory of grilled cheese sandwiches and Campbell's tomato soup. Don't know why it had to be Campbell's, but it just seemed to be the one that we always used. My mom and all of my friends' moms. And if you were lucky and you're at your friend's house, you could maybe get invited to lunch or have a snack. So, okay, so I buttered this. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open this can of soup. Tomato with basil and oregano. Like I say, I was just trying to get fancy because I'm kind of embarrassed about this recipe. But, yeah, you know how it goes. I still think it's going to be good. We're just going to open this up. I'll open the second one if I need it. They really didn't give a lot of amounts or anything like that, as usual in these TikTok recipes. If you're lucky, sometimes they'll link to a recipe offline. They did, but I couldn't find it. So, okay, so the first thing we're going to do, I've got my cheese slices open, and the first thing you do is layer 1 layer of bread. So And then some cheese, like you're making a grilled cheese sandwich. Just one slice of cheese. This is barely a recipe, but I don't know. I don't even know what to tell you guys. And then you put your soup on. You guys are going to stop watching me on Wednesdays for videos, for recipe videos. Okay, then you make your second sandwich. I guess I really don't need 2 cans of tomato soup. Gonna see if I can just have some dripping down the sides since I've got it. You're not supposed to thin this out with water, so you want the soup to be the concentrate. All right. This may not work. This may be a total flop. But the soup is good. Very good. Okay. And now you just cover it with cheese. I do have my oven preheating to 350 degrees Celsius. No, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're just gonna drown this in cheese because it looked like there was a ton of cheese on the TikTok recipe. And honestly, it really just looked like lasagna when it was done. So, guess we'll see. Guess we'll see how it turns out. I don't know how long this will take. So, I guess I will let you know when we come back. I might cover this. Do I want to cover it? I just really want the inside to melt. And vegan cheese takes a little longer to melt, so I might cover it. Let me show you what I'm going to do. So whenever I want to cover something that's going to stick to the foil, I just spray the foil with a little bit of cooking spray. And that way it won't stick for the duration that it's on there. It's not going to be on there the whole time. I just want to get it started, so I'll probably leave it on for, I don't know, 25, 30 minutes. I really don't know. Then take it off and make sure that the top is all browned and bubbly. So here it goes into the oven. And we will see how that turns out. I will see back here in however long it takes for it to cook. All right, folks, there it is. So I put some carrots with it, so you guys wouldn't think that I was just gonna eat that, but I probably would have. Oh my gosh, I have no idea how to eat this. It's gonna be, I don't even know how to do this. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Let's be fancy. Like George Costanza using a knife and fork to eat his, I think it was Snickers, or was it a Mars bar? I think it was a Snickers. Seinfeld reference there. So let's give this a try. It actually smells really good. I mean, how could it not taste good? Oh my God. It's good. It's really good. my defense, I knew this wasn't healthy. I knew it wasn't much of a recipe. But you know where I think this shines? If you are a grandma and your grandkids are coming over and you want to give them something to make with you, this would be a great recipe. They could easily make it. You just toast some bread, you layer it up, and you throw it in the oven. And then add some carrot sticks, celery sticks to go with it, maybe a little salad if they'll eat salad, and you will be the most popular grandma or grandpa or grand person on the planet, because this is delicious. It was super easy to make, and you know, it was very inexpensive. You could get fancier. You could add some spinach in there or something like that. But let's just face it, this is a fancy way of making a grilled cheese sandwich and tomato soup in a way that kids will love. Is actually delicious, and I think you could probably make it in your air fryer. I haven't tried it. I was afraid to try it this time around because I didn't know if it would burn or anything like that. Next time, and there will be a next time, I might try it in the air fryer. Is it healthy? No. Is it fun? Absolutely. And will your kids or grandkids love making it? For sure. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Call it a fun TikTok recipe. I hope you try it. I hope you guys are doing well. Remember, in a world where you can be anything, eat fun food and be kind, because we need a lot more of both in this world, I think. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.